This is Delhi. Please stand by for our next program.
This is All India Radio. You will now hear comments from the press. The Times of India, in its editorial titled On the Brink, says the assassination of top Iranian commander Major General Qasem Soleimani by a US drone strike in Iraq's capital Baghdad is an immensely consequential act and severe repercussions. It underlines the immense wisdom of the nuclear accord that President Barack Obama reached with Tehran in 2015, overturned since by President Donald Trump. The assassination will cause Iran to feel threatened with short as well as long-term consequences. It is likely to remove all restraints to Iran seeking nuclear weapons. Second, it will still moderate and pro-democratic voices in Iran as it rallies behind its ayatollahs. The ironies of Soleimani's assassination abound, with one of Trump's key electoral promises having been that it would extricate America from getting embroiled in senseless wars. Neither does the charge of backing terrorists who attacked US interests hold much water, as Pakistani generals have a more established record of doing so, yet are quoted rather than acted against. Moreover, Soleimani played a key role in operations against Islamic State, which not only made him a revered figure among Shia masses everywhere, but may also have saved many Americans' lives in the bargain. Soleimani may now be a bigger threat to the US dead than alive, with collateral damage across the world if war breaks out in the region. Among other things, the reckless American action was undertaken with scant regard to Indian interest. There are close to 8 million Indians living and working in the Middle East, and any Iranian shutdown of the Strait of Hormuz would severely impede oil flows and send crude prices soaring. That would be bad news for New Delhi, which is already struggling with a slowing economy. New Delhi must plan for the fallout even as it hopes that cool behinds. New Delhi again. New Delhi must plan for the fallout even as it hopes that cool heads will prevail and prevent any escalation in the US-Iran tussle. The Asian Age, in its editorial titled Nankana Bring Peace Back, says the palpable play of religious bigotry, especially at a time when tensions are seen to sit atop a powder keg in the subcontinent, in the worst possible things to have occurred. Pakistan, an uncaring nation which it comes to the fair treatment of religious minorities, must send out a message of reassurance that it will take very seriously such incident as happened on Friday at the historical Nankana Sahib Gurudwara in Punjab, the birthplace of Guru Nanak. Pakistan's Prime Minister must speak up for the Sikhs terrorized in a serious incident that the state dismissed at feuding Muslim groups, quite preposterously so in the face of hard video evidence. While destroying temples and gurudwaras may have been par for the course in Sindh, the same cannot be said of the Punjab province, where a certain amount of tolerance existed. The Nankana event had an immediate echo on Sunday when a Sikh was killed in Peshawar. Far from promoting peace, Imran Khan has tried to inflame passions by tweeting on the Uttar Pradesh police having first put out a fake video on the subject with old Bangladeshi footage. His belated condemnation of the Nankana desecration seemed too cosmetic an effort when the dangers of all this spilling are far high. While right-thinking people will override condemned the kind of atrocities that the UP police have perpetrated on Muslims in the course of the anti-CAA and NRC agitation, there is really little need for Pakistan to get into what is an Indian problem, dealing with the anxieties of the Muslim population. Throwing stones from glass houses is only likely to lead to broken glass. The Economic Times, in its editorial titled Woods That Aren't Dark or Lovely Enough, writes, the 2019 India State of Forest Report, the authoritative assessment of the country's forest cover conducted by the Forest Survey of India since 1985, records an increase in total area under green cover in the country. India's forest and tree cover has increased by nearly 4,000 square kilometres since the last assessment report in 2017 and covers nearly 25% of the country's total land area. Despite these positive trends, India's forests continue to present